Good evening, everybody. Live from Lightning Strikes Bowl in Fort Myers, Florida. We'd like to welcome all of you to Week 25 of the Audi Mixed League here at Robert Eddy's Lightning Strikes Bowl in Fort Myers, Florida. This is an amazing league. Dave Forbes, the general manager of Audi, wanted to sponsor a league. This past fall, we discussed it. He put $6,000 of prize money, added prize money into the league. We formed the league. Got 44 bowler teams. The way the league works is each team has to have one man or one woman. Then he wanted to add a little something to the pie, if you will. Any bowler who throws 300 or 800 with handicap, and the league uses 90% of 235, will win the use of an Audi for 2 days with a full tank of gas. So you might think, well, okay, well, here's the story. 105 two-day usages since everybody in the league bowled 12 games, starting the fifth week, game 13, 14, and 15. They established handicap for 4 weeks. In week 5, when the handicap kicked in, every bowler was eligible to win an Audi. 105 two-day usages won. The league bowlers are ecstatic. It's a lot of fun. So what I do during the live stream is I go from pair to pair, and I look for the scores that could possibly win Audis. We use lanes 1 through 40 in this league. I do not have cameras on lanes 1 through 8, so we go 9 up, and obviously I can get close to them if I want to. If somebody's bowling 300, we can bring the cameras right up on them instead of the split screen, as you can see. It's an unbelievable league, a lot of fun, a lot of families, a lot of friends, a lot of husbands and wives, sons and daughters, just a great league, and a lot of people very happy winning Audis. This coming weekend, Paradise Vintage Market will be sponsoring our senior 4-gamer, that's bowlers over the age of 50. Paradise putting up $500 add-in money to the event this weekend. We will be on the air Saturday at 1:30. Then on the 20th, the handicap 5-gamer, $500 put up by Jerry Michalanic, who's bowling tonight. Better Homes and Gardens, Real Estate, and Jerry Michalanic, Royal Palms Group, part of that Better Homes and Gardens group, putting up $500 for the tournament a week from this Saturday on the 20th. And then the big one, the Scratch 5-gamer on February 27th, $2,500 guaranteed for first place by Robert Eddy and Eddy Foods. Then we go into March, the PBA Southern Region Championship here for non-champions. Anybody that bowls in the event that's never won a PBA title is eligible. Okay, 80 bowlers over the age of 50, 80 bowlers 49 and under. Sam Zurich will be here with the PBA Southern Region. That tournament is sponsored by iRoof. Adam Zulke sponsoring that. He will be bowling tomorrow night in the Oaks Farms League. Then in late March, naturally, the $5,000 guaranteed scratch by Eddy Foods. And then April 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, the inaugural event of the 2021 season, the PBA Senior Tour will be here. That is the national tour with Walter Ray Williams, Parker Bone, Pete Weber, Chris Barnes scheduled. If they don't bowl well in the Masters or the U.S. Open in Reno, they will be here. Leno Monticelli, Bobby Learn, and many of these senior greats of the last 30 years will be bowling in that event. I'm Larry Lichstein. I will be your host this evening. Again, I'll show you our concourse. I always like to put that up to show you how the place is going to fill up this evening. As you can see, bowlers coming in now, getting ready for this great event. It's a lot of fun. We might have some interviews tonight. Hopefully, you'll be able to stay on with us. Scott Umansky's on, Debbie Giannino. Yeah, for those of you that mentioned the sound We usually get the live stream on at the quarter after 6 and check things, but I don't put the mic on until 6:30 as I might be talking to some people and there might be some interruptions. So the mic usually goes on right at 6:30, hopefully, when everything's running right. Jimmy Argion from Martha's Vineyard, Ashley Schwartz, Joe Panko, welcome aboard. Craig Auerbach from Fort Walton Beach, Kenny Baranis, welcome aboard, everybody. Wendy Alexander, Jenny Cox, thank you. Brad Morris, thanks for joining us tonight here at Lightning Strikes in Fort Myers, Florida. Again, another great week for bowling here. As we wind into the end of the month, the action really starts at the Scratch 5 Gamer with 2,500 added. Then a weekend later, the PBA Tour will be here with the iRoof Open. Then, of course, again, the end of March, $5,000 guaranteed first place in that event by Eddie Foods. That's a different format. It's going to be a 24-man cut. Top 8 will be seeded. 16 bowlers will bowl 2 games. There will be 8 winners, and then they will join the top 8. So there'll be 16 bowlers, 8 winners, 4 winners, 2 winners, and then 1 winner for the $5,000 first place prize. That will be the largest amount of money we've ever posted here in an event. Of course, the senior tour comes in 2 weeks later, and first place in that event guaranteed is $10,000. We also have a great Pro-Am scheduled, sponsored by Hammer and Audi of Fort Myers. Audi of Fort Myers on April 10th, guaranteeing $5,000 for the Pro-Am. That means $5,000 guaranteed first, regardless of how many entries we get. That prize fund will be broken down, obviously, by the time we know the actual Pro-Am entries. And if you want to save some money, it's a $60 entry fee to bowl in the Pro-Am, and you get 3 days of tickets. If you want to get one of the 2 Hammer balls, the MB Web and the 2.0 Hammer, it's $160 and a Pro-Am entry and 3 days of tickets. And if you want to get the balls drilled by Ricky Ward or Mark Pulaski, it's $200, including a Pro-Am entry fee, 3 days of tickets, grips, slugs, everything. $200 for a brand new ball. Pro-Am entry where you're bowling for $5,000 and 3 days of tickets. Great deals here at Lightning Strikes, and we want to thank Tyler Armour for helping us get that deal done. Hammer representing the prize fund in the event. It's the Lightning Strikes Open presented by Hammer. So again, we want to thank Tyler Armour, the people of Brunswick, and naturally the Hammer brand for helping us here at Lightning Strikes in Fort Myers. Again, I'll put the split screen up. People starting to come in now. Going to be a heck of a night. Going to watch some people win a car. 105 wins so far this year. 105 wins. Paul Phillips, as soon as we can get the new front doors in, and that's going to be part of our rebuild. For those of you that don't know much about the bowling center, you can see new floors here, new walls, new ball holder tables there, new chairs. On the other side of the house, you can see it. Once the front doors are done, obviously we can roll cars in here, and we're going to. I've got a new booth coming. The booth will be set up probably in 2 to 3 weeks. It's unbelievable. Wait till you folks see it. It pulls out of the wall. It's 13 feet long, 5 feet deep, 2.5 feet in the air, so I have a bird's eye view of all the competition here at Lightning Strikes. A lot of new camera angles coming, cameras that will be fixed into the ceiling for some new views. Obviously, when we set up the booth, we're going to set up new cameras, new monitors, all of that coming to Lightning Strikes soon. Jake Williams on. Duncan Katanic, welcome aboard from Scotland. And Paul Phillips, yes, there will be Audis in the concourse. Believe me, they're coming in. And maybe a few other pieces of machinery. We're talking to some other sponsors. Got a lot of room here in the concourse. We could put a couple dump trucks in here and an RV if we could fit them in. An amazing place. It was built for tournaments in the 80s. They never had many. But the man who built the place, Raffi Carrion, built the concourse for bleachers. So as you can see when you look how much space there is between the rear walls and the bowlers area. And with this view here, you can see it as well. A lot of room in the back. A lot of people just sit and chill when we're bowling. Sit back and have a sandwich. See the bracket table there. They're filling out some bracket money. Getting ready. Pro shop down the end where Ricky Ward makes his home, 6-time PBA champion. -5 in Montana, Gary. Oh my God. Joe wants to know, how many car winners do I predict tonight? Well, we usually average 5 or 6, so I'm not going to stick my neck out. I'm going to say 6 tonight. A lot of people are picking them up now, making appointments to get them. A lot of wonderful things being posted on Facebook about it from all of our customers. Flory Cobb is on tonight. Her and Scott picked up a car. I saw the picture on Facebook for the weekend. And it's cold in lots of parts of the country. A lot of zeros up there. Chicago, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Don Cornett on. Hello, Don. I got your message today. Thank you so much, sir. Pretty warm here, though, in the 80s today and humid. Today was the hottest day in a few months. Couldn't believe how hot it was. And we're ready for another great day here at Lightning Strikes. Another great week. Tomorrow night we'll be on with the Oaks Farms League. Keep in mind, tomorrow night's league, $20,000 added by Oaks Farms. As I've told a lot of people, I believe it's the most money added by any company for a league in the United States. I haven't heard of more. I wish I would. I'd like to say I heard somebody add 25 or 30 to a league. But we believe right now it's the #1 added money league in the United States. This league here with $6,000 in prize money, $100 per team, that goes directly to the prize fund. That's $10,000 added. But the trick is 210 days right now of cars that normally rent $400 at the car rental places. So 210 times 100, $21,000 in free cars given away so far. $21,000 of car rentals. People loving it. I got an A8 about 3 months ago, $105,000 car. They let me drive it for a week. What a car. I felt rich for a week anyways. It was unbelievable to drive that car, and just a great company. David Forbes doing so much for bowling here in Southwest Florida. The place is filling up, starting to jump, and we'll be getting ready for competition in about 8 to 10 minutes. It's fun watching the PBA telecast yesterday. Kyle Troop, congratulations to him. All 4 tournament leaders have won. I've not seen that in my life. 4 straight weeks, tournament leaders winning. I don't recall the last time in my close to 60 years of watching the PBA telecast where I saw 4 tournament leaders win 4 weeks in a row. A very rare feat. And, of course, Chris Vai shooting 300 on Sunday. Great to watch. It was the 30th 300 ever shot. I saw the first one when I was a kid. I watched it in 1967 when Jack Biondolillo bowled it in the Tournament Champions. I knew Jack well. Of course, Johnny Gunther on February 20th, 1969. And Joe Panko was on tonight. When you see all the names, Joe Panko sat on that show, and I posted his picture last week on my Facebook page. Joe Panko sitting there with Johnny Gunther on 8 in a row in that game. He's wearing a yellow blazer, and tonight, some 52 years later, in 2 weeks, Joe is watching me, which I can't believe. But Joe and I are very good friends. I met Joe in 1969, and he watched Gunther throw the second 300 game ever on the PBA Tour. Of course, I was at 5 of them live. Last year I was at Tommy Jones's. I sat in the TV audience, and I watched Tommy Jones bowl 300 in the Hall of Fame Classic in Arlington, which was a thrill for me. I sat with Mike Albee Mike Scroggins and Walter Ray Williams, and watched him throw 300. What a great thrill. So we'll have some tonight, I'm sure. The fun will start shortly. The place is filling up, and got a big group in here tonight. 160 league bowlers, as you can see. The settee area is filling up now, and people getting ready to watch the action at Lightning Strikes. Really cold up there in the northwestern part of the country. A lot of minuses. That's scary stuff. Leon Bailey from the United Kingdom. Hello, Leon. Welcome back. Jake Williams from New York City, basically, right on the suburbs. Cooper Gates from Portland, Oregon. Don Cornett from North Carolina. Joe Panko, North Carolina. Duncan Katanic from Scotland.
Okay, if I make an announcement about Bob.
Yes, we got an announcement going to be made
We get a mic.
by one of our directors. We lost Bob Peters, our great leader here for the USBC. And Bobby Taylor is going to make another announcement. Bob is now the association manager. And Bobby's going to address the league about services for Bob Peters this coming Friday. Wonderful man who we lost last week. 46 years was the association director. And Bob is going to make some announcements now.
Good evening, bowlers. Before you get started, I'm going to be a little bit redundant. Most of you already know this, I'm quite sure, that Bob Peters passed away last Tuesday night, overnight, after a long battle with lung disease. So I just want to let everybody know that there is a memorial service, very limited space, in Lehigh Acres at the Gingerbread Funeral Home on Friday evening from 5 to 8. It is very limited space, so if you want to try to come and get in or something, you know, please feel free to do that. But really, if I could, I think the only thing else I would like to do is just real quickly do a moment of silence for Bob in his honor, please. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Again, a great man who I had the honor to know well. 46 years in the as the association director. He sat at my Hall of Fame table in Las Vegas on May 1st, 2019, when I was inducted, and I introduced him as our association director, which is a great honor for me for what he did for our sport. Dave Stouffer now running a raffle. He runs hammerball raffles for our Pro-Am event, so he's doing that now.
Once the 20th ticket is pulled, then we'll put the winning ticket across the bottom of your monitor.
Yes, he's done that 3 times, Cooper. He did it last Tuesday night, or last Wednesday night and tonight. And we let him do it. Again, that's the least we can do for a man that gave us 46 years of service here.
We'll give you the same thing, the ball, the Pro-Am package, the drilling that's included, and a 3-day pass to be here with the PBA 50 Tour players. So if you're interested, your 3
Thank you, Jake. Yes, he was a good man. And
for 20 entries. Also,
you know, you give 46 years to bowling. Keep in mind when he came in as a director,
so he's going to donate one of them to me.
Balls were rubber and plastic and lanes were wood. He saw a lot in his life. Built the Florida State tournament to 6,000 entries starting in the 2000s. 6,000 entries for the Florida State event. And he ran that event with his crew every year. Just an iconic guy from New England, a New Englander from up in the Lawrence, Massachusetts area. So we like to pay our respects to people that have done so much for the world of bowling. And sometimes you might have a moment of silence, but you only have it on one night. Like last week, we had it on Wednesday. Tonight here on Tuesday. That'll probably be it, but we wanted to make sure that we let all our bowlers know about his services and how much we loved him. A great man. I called him the General. That was his nickname. He ran the association like a general. All right. Got a great night coming here for everybody. Can't wait to get the action started. Got a lot of friends on tonight. Ajayk, are you cold up there in New York? Ajayk Williams? I'll bet you are. Today was 80 here, which is crazy. It had been cold here. It had been at night in the middle 40s, and all of a sudden today was hot and humid. I couldn't believe it.
Lightning strikes. Don't forget to get in the pot and go this evening. Costs $1 to enter. Must enter before practice is over. Just a reminder to keep all rosin bag and foreign substances up on the countertops. Do not bring them into the bowler circles. I'll be turning your lanes on for your 10 minutes of practice.
And here we go. It's practice time in Southwest Florida. Keep in mind, 105 two-day usages haven't been given away, and a lot of the bowlers have donated them. Like Bobby Trent, who won 3 in one night, donated them to lady bowlers in the league. And Dave Stouffer's done it, Bruce Kaiser's done it, James Oswald's done it. And there's a few other bowlers that are just in the league, for fun, want to be with their friends, want to have, a good night out, and they've donated the cars. And 2 people have actually donated their cars to me. Daniel Gassera won, and Laurel Spinner won. But I'm going to wait till well into the summer when they sort of get caught up. There's been just so many people that have won them that I'll get in there in July or August and maybe get one for a couple days and sneak away somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe the Keys or up to St. Augustine for a day or 2. "29 degrees in New York, Ajayk. I understand. I understand 29 real well, coming from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, my hometown. Lived in Suffield, Connecticut for 30 years, next town over from Windsor Locks. Learned how to bowl at Bradley Bowl in Windsor Locks. The PBA Tour was there every winter from 75 to 96 while I was player service director. That tour came to my home house. I never bowled a PBA event in my home house. I missed it. By the time I became player service director, that's when the tour started coming there. It was tough for me a lot of years. I really wanted to bowl in front of the hometowners, but never had a chance. But great memories of that event from long ago. Again, tomorrow night there will be action after the Oaks Farms League. We've been running sweepers every Wednesday night. That will continue tomorrow night. We've had a great group. Last week, Evan Baranicki winning the 3-gamer with 766. It was his second win. Jason Duran is bowling again tomorrow night. He's from Denver. He did make the live telecast in the 2000 Masters. Jason now traveling the country with his wife and children in a fifth wheel, and they're staying here in Florida for about a month. So he'll be bowling tomorrow night. -2 in the UK. Leon, oh my God, that's freezing. A little too cold for me. See a big crowd now coming in, ready to go tonight here at Lightning. Again, we want to thank all of you, as usual, for joining us. Tom Irwin Jr. on, Chris Biro, welcome aboard. Thank you for tuning us in tonight here from Fort Myers, Florida. Got our new air conditioning finally in. The generators are gone, and the portable chiller is gone. They ran for 6 months. Got the new chiller unit in now, the new water pumps in. So for the first time since May of last year, we're not running the air conditioning in the building with a generator and a chiller unit. 7 months of a diesel generator and a chilling unit. That's now in. Concourse now done. My booth, now they're going to start wiring the booth in real soon, hopefully for the PBA event in March. That's our target that week of the PBA non-champions event here. Can't wait. There's Evan Baranicki on 17 bowling tonight. While we're waiting, I'll pull up the standings. Very interesting standings, if you will. Cookie Dough, that won the first segment and bowled bad in the second segment, is leading this segment. Miami Heat, that won the second segment's way down in 37th. Well, Cookie Dough right now with a 3-point lead over EBA and Poor Sarah. 3 weeks to go. Keep in mind, the most you can win in any segment is 63 points. So they've got 21 points they're bowling for. Obviously, if they win 19 of the next 21, they win the third segment, which would seat them number 1 in the 4-team roll-off. Cookie Dough, very interesting team there. A lot of handicap. Look at their team average, 625, followed by an 840 and 855. And if you look at some of the higher average team in the league, they're not doing well. They can't seem to catch them. The handicap seems to work in this league. Very interesting stat, but it does. No bowling still in the UK, Leon, unbelievable. Well, we have states like that here. I think California is still closed. Amazing. Do pins fall better in the colder weather? Joe, I haven't noticed a difference. But that's cold inside here, but not cold, around the country. When I was in Morgantown in 2015, 16, 17, we live streamed And we live streamed a real good league that I founded there, the Morgantown Scratch Classic. And I didn't notice a difference in the cold weather. I didn't notice the lanes being tighter, but I didn't really think it affected pinfall that much. Here's Eric Stone, the weatherman, who just played in the World Championship Pinball Tournament. He won it a few years ago, just got done playing that this year. He does the weather on Fox here right there.
While you guys are finishing up your practice, by the third frame, I'm going to need you in for the 3-game total $10 entry fee. Winner gets the choice of the Black Widow 2.0 or the WebMB. Drilling's included. You get your entry into the Pro-Am, which is sponsored by David Forbes, Audi of Fort Myers, $5,000 guaranteed prize fund, and a 3-day pass to the PBA 50 Tour Player Championship while they're here.
Dave Stouffer running a raffle tonight for the entry in the Pro-Am, a Hammer 2.0 or a WebMD, and we want to thank Tyler Armour, the people at Brunswick, and naturally the Hammer brand people for stepping up to the plate for us here at Lightning Strikes in Fort Myers. A great deal for the bowlers. $200 gets you the ball drilled, either one, the MD or the Hammer. Grips, outer, if you need them. A $60 Pro-Am spot with a $5,000 prize fund and 3 days of tickets. That is a steal. And if you're out there, I would do it. I'd jump aboard on that one. We're going to watch Laurel bowl now. Laurel is my friend. Let's see if that hooks up. Atta girl, Laurel. Laurel's starting with a strike tonight. Hope her mother's watching, Marlene. And our assistant GM right here, Billy Seymour bowling right there. He throws the ball great. Billy Seymour will be tough tonight. He's trying to get an Audi. And we'll move up the ladder a little. And watch some of our bowlers. Keep in mind this is a mixed league. Got to have at least one lady or one man on the team. There's no cap. And a great night for families, a lot of husbands and wives, a lot of children bowling with their parents, and there's the great Baronicki. Jennifer Dover's right there, one of the best lady bowlers in the region, bowling in this league. Ray Sansavoy now coming up to bowl, who won the 60 and over on Saturday. Bowled 994 scratch, won his last game, had 1024 for 4 to win the event over Mike Quirk. Mike had a chance. If he doubled in the 10th, he could have won. And this gentleman in his late 60s is as good as it gets. I wish I threw the ball that good. I mean, he just lives in the pocket. Oh, got a break there, breaking it down. Rick Wilbur on, the father of John Wilbur. John Wilbur, who bowled the 34th sanctioned 900 series. Doug Clark on, welcome aboard, Doug. Again, it was fun watching the bowling Sunday. Kyle Troop is on a mission right now, folks. I got to figure it's between him and Simonson to win it all. Both of them are fantastic, two-handers. Of course, without Belmonte, you know, that changes their mindset, of course. Francois Lavoie, Simonson, Troop, and who was the other winner? Anybody remember the other winner? There's been 4 so far, or is there 3 so far? I don't know. But so far, 2 two-handers on there. Vittorio Pizzolian from Ireland. Welcome aboard, sir. Let's watch the great Robert Hilton make a shot here. Want to thank all of you again for taking time out of your lives to be with us. Oh, Smallwood, that's right. So you got 2 two-handers, a guy with half a thumb in, and Frankie Lavoie, who throws it dead straight pretty much. Amazing. You got 2 two-handers that just wind on it with 500 revs. You got Lavoie, very low rev rate, just an executor, if you will, from Canada. Frankie Lavoie, 2-time U.S. Open winner. And again, Saturday, for those of you that aren't on tonight or weren't here with us Saturday, this was a picture that I had up with me and Dave Davis. Saturday was the 50th anniversary of my title match with Dave Davis. And I went over and visited him. He's a dear friend. And there we were 50 years later. Looks like we got blinds on 37 and 8. Didn't know that. An amazing change in the sport since our day, of course. But I still love it. I don't mind if they're two-handed. Doesn't bother me. In the beginning it did. Then it dawned on me they all have the same dreams we did. They all work just as hard as we did.
5 or 6 more to get in from the
And
series. 5 or 6 more.
they all have the same desire to be pros, and they're great. In the beginning, it was kind of tough to swallow, I think, for the older guys to watch that, at least me anyways. I know a lot of my friends felt that way. They didn't think it should be a two-handed game, but the game's always been environmental. 75 years ago, they bowled with 2 fingers in the ball. They were rubber and bowled on shellac. So everybody played a second arrow. So the game has evolved to what it is today, and as long as it's on TV and we have big prize funds, and look what Bolero's doing for the PBA, $250,000 to the winner of this event. That's going to be exciting. Great for bowling. Lefties bother you, Leon? Thanks a lot. I'm a left-handed announcer. You know, a lot of people don't realize I'm right-handed. I write right-handed, and now that I'm no longer a bowler, I am a righty. So as long as I don't bowl, I'm a righty. At least that's what I think. Pete Delavolpe, welcome aboard, Pete. Lisa Michelle out of Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama. Hi, TJ. Speaking of Earl Anthony, interestingly enough, the show that I won, he was on it. He missed 2 one-pinners on that show. Petraglia beat him, shot 265 at him and beat him that day. And he was not too happy. But if you'll notice in the videos, he hugged me in the end along with Davis and Johnny. All came up and hugged me. I was very close with Earl and his family. So long ago. Speaking about two-handers, the first two-hander to win a PBA event was a bowler out of Texas named Chuck Landy, who won a regional in 1987 or 8 in the late 80s. So it happened long before Belmonte, but not on a national tour. Of course, Mike Miller won thumbless, but he threw the ball one-handed. He won the PBA National Championship. The brother of Dana Miller, Mackey, both sister and brother and mother and father, Dub and mother, all bowled 300 games. All of them. The four of them had 300 games in their lives. And I knew the mother and dad, and of course Mike and Dana. Mike was a one-hander and didn't have a lot of revs, went thumbless, and all of a sudden threw a freight train. Mike Stanton on, welcome aboard. Kalani Sabio, welcome aboard, Kalani. Thank you for joining us. Getting another great group tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have action. Stouffer, Baranecki, Cobb. Jason Duran, formerly out of Denver, was a PBA touring player, now touring the United States with his wife and kids, and he'll be bowling tomorrow night in the action. Brad Stewart. And next week, we have another guest coming in to bowl the action and bowl in our Oaks Farms League. Next week, Brian B. Rob Robinson will be here from Morgantown. He's going to be staying with me before he goes to bowl the Tournament of Champions in Jupiter. Very good friends with B-Rob and his mom and dad, and B-Rob's going to stay with me for a few days in the sun. Going to practice here before he goes over to Jupiter to bowl the Tournament of Champions. So he will be bowling in the action next Wednesday night. B-Rob is a one-hander that went two-handed and does it exceptionally well. So it's going to be interesting watching B-Rob here next Wednesday. Daniel Gacera back from the TAT was out there in Las Vegas. Daniel Bowling League tonight right there. Went out and bowled the TAT with John Rakowski coaching him and Donnie Schwartz. Glad to see those guys went out to Vegas and had some fun. No, Daniel, this is game one, Daniel. Do I remember Ernie Hostry? Sure I do. John Bavay. Ernie Hostry was the first great backup bowler, in my opinion, in the history of bowling. He made 2 PBA finals in Brockton, Massachusetts, when the PBA bowled there in 66 and 68. He was in the top 10 both years, a right-hander playing the left corner. He was smooth as silk. He owned a medical instrument company in Rahway, New Jersey, that made medical instruments like scissors and tweezers, things of that nature. Became wealthy and was a great bowler, a NEBA champion, and I bowled him in match play in a NEBA when I was a kid. I remember Ernie.
I gotta shut her down.
Of course, Simonson won with the backup ball. He's won hooking it and backing it up, which I find to be the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I never would believe that I would see a two-hander winning either way. The kid's gifted. And he owns Jillian's in Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Like right down, same side of the street as the Horseshoe. You go south towards the Hoover Dam on Fremont Street and go past the Horseshoe. It's the second block past the Horseshoe. Jillian's. And Anthony Simonson owns the lanes in that center. I don't know much more than that. That's quite a buy there to have a bowling center on Fremont Street in Las Vegas. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't mind working there. Working the desk, handing out sheets. Got to figure you get a heck of a view and lots of slot machines. Might make a little score while you're working. Pick up $1 million and quit. Be kind of interesting. Pick up $1 million and retire. Of course, not this coming Saturday, but on February 20th, that was my last TV appearance as a pro. I only made 3 shows in my life. I was third in the 1970 PBA National Championship. I won in San Jose, and I was second in Winston-Salem. John Petraglia has a video of this. I don't have one. He gave it to me. I misplaced it. But I bowled John for the title, and I opened 3 times for 196 and lost by 6 pins. I literally gave him the game. And never made TV again as a pro. Made it lots of times as player service director, but not for my choking ability. Yes, bankruptcy again, Leon. I'll be in the Bankruptcy Hall of Fame shortly. I'm on the ballot this year. Once we start to see some good strings here, I'll get the camera close up on them. Like right here now, we got a bowler coming up for 5 in a row with 9 pins, so that person's going to need to get, that's Scott Cobb, he's going to need 7 more. Nice to see Scott bowling well again. Oh yeah, slash that 10 out of there. Good night on that. Let's see if we have it. Here's the boss, Robert Eddy. Anna Dixon on. Welcome aboard, Anna. Billy Seymour watching tonight while he's bowling. That's cool. Dave Seeberger from Frigid, Michigan. Yes, I believe Michigan is frigid. I just heard about 2 weeks ago, shot 299. This young lady right here, really throwing the ball good this year, bowling with her husband. And she's getting 30 pins a game. She's got a great game. Watch her game. Look at that stroke. Whoop, got that in a little. Oh, boy. Look at this. She's laughing, saying, yeah, I got a tugger there. And Ray Sansova, as usual, striking. There he is, who won our 60 and over this weekend with 994. And I would not want to bowl him. He's intimidating. He would intimidate me. He never misses the pocket, of course, till I put the camera on him. That's how that works. A little flat one there, yeah. The new booth, Leon, is ready to be wired up. The new booth now, next thing is to run new wires to all the cameras and then set up some new cameras. We're going to have at least 3 or 4 different views of the booth. When I talk to you directly, they will be different views. They'll be really cool, because I could sit with guests with microphones and it'll really look professional. I've thought about bowling again, John W. I've thought about it. It's crossed my mind. I'm scared to death to embarrass myself. I embarrassed myself enough by this. Imagine getting out there bowling and announcing at the same time. We do have some strings here. Scott Cobb now at 6. Keep the camera here for a little bit. Watch Scott Cobb bowl. I thought about actually bowling with a wireless mic on and doing the commentary while I bowled. If I had a monitor down there where I can actually see all the bowlers, like I do here, and bowl, I would do it. That would be kind of interesting, but I miss it a lot, John. I always have. I missed it for 47 years, but you know, I can't complain about the life I chose. You know, we all have choices, and that's the most wonderful part of all about being an American is, in my opinion, we all have choices. And I chose to leave it and stay involved in bowling another way. And I'm glad I did. And I can't announce yet what I was told Saturday, but I've got another award coming. And I'll be able to announce it in April. I've been told it's pretty much a shoo-in. But until it's official, I don't want to say anything. But it might be in my career. It's #1 an award I never expected a day of my life. And I can tell all of you it's not just for bowling. Okay. So some of the athletes that are in and sports people that are in this group is a staggering group of names, but I'm not officially in yet, so I don't want to say anything because I've not been put on the ballot, but I've been told I'm going to be, and I've been told I'm probably going to get in, so we'll see what happens. It's not a Hall of Fame, it's an award. And when I heard who the people were that were in it, I said, you got to be kidding. And I'll just name one name that's in it, and I'll leave it alone. I can do this because you'll never guess what award it would be. But Bobby Jones is in it. Bobby Jones got this award. The Bobby Jones in 1940. And I've been told I have a shot at it, and I went, you got to be kidding. How could I even think for 1 minute I would get an award that Bobby Jones got? But we'll see. We'll see, and the night I get it, if I'm still working here, all of you will see it. It'll be streamed live from there when I get it, if I get it. I will make sure it's streamed on a cell phone to put it out. Now we're going to watch Scott Cobb right here. Scott Cobb on 6. Keep in mind he needs 11 in a row to make it. But if anybody can do it in this facility, is Scott Cobb. He's deadly from out. He's lined up perfectly now on the fresh. He can go right up 7-8, 6-7, right in there, depending on the pair, and get right on that shim line. And he's deadly when he's out. As you can see, 48 years old, throws it great. Going to bowl some senior events when he turns 50. Now Baranecki had a little run at it here. Looks like he got a little soft. Baranecki bowling great, and you'll see him tomorrow night. Oh, good try for the Baron. And we do have a, no, that's 20. No, they would just miss. 279 and 20 is 299. Go back to the split screen here so I could see some strings. John, I don't drive women crazy. I drive women crazy just by being Larry, John W. And they don't last too long with me. Must be that wonderful personality. John, you like that? Good, I'm glad. You know, I love talking to all you guys. It's sort of an amazing thing, you know. I didn't know this would happen. Of course, you don't know till you do it. But a lot of regulars and some new people, and then I think it's going to grow tremendously in February and March and April. I got a lot of things planned with the senior tour, a lot of interviews with a lot of great bowlers, a lot of dear friends. Dave Davis, I'm going to try to get Dave Davis here to sit with me in the booth. I'm going to ask him to come for a day with his wife. I'm going to get Dave Sutar in the booth with me here, and Judy, which for all of you will be a thrill. Keep in mind, Sutar bowled professionally for 50 years, and Judy made championship bowling in 1960 and bowled the great bowler from Michigan, Marion Ladewig. Judy Sutar bowled against Marion Ladewig and Liz Johnson. and she's the only one that I know of in women's bowling that bowled the two greatest women bowlers ever lived. Bowl Marion and Bowl Liz. So you got to figure. And in the middle, bowled with Laverne Carter and June Llewellyn and Evelyn Teal and Helen Duval, Dottie Fothergill, Patty Costello, Loa Boxberger, the greatest women that ever lived, Betty Morris, Donna Adamick, Judy Shutar. Fantastic. A wonderful, beautiful lady, my friend for many years. Rich Mercantantion, welcome aboard, Rich. Yeah, Judy's record, two-time bowler of the year, and just an amazing lady. Was on the Brunswick staff for 50 years. 50 years with Brunswick. How's that one? Now, Scott Cobb did get the 8th one. Ginger Gorell right there bought an Audi. That lady right there on 31 went and bought an Audi, said she loves it, and bought it because of this league. Let's watch the great Stouffer right here. Just finished up my booth today, got the racks up for the monitors. Now the rest is wiring it up. Chris Robson right there. Bowling with Stouffer tonight. Bowling against the Everglades team. Everglades John Deere. Big company here in Fort Myers. An unbelievable Super Bowl. How about the Super Bowl on Sunday? How about Brady? My God. They keep writing the guy off, and I've never seen anything quite like Brady. And I go back into the 50s with, Bart Starr and Johnny Unitas. I met Johnny Unitas in 1977. Had a chance to talk with Johnny U. Met Sonny Jurgensen and met Danny Marino, met Walter Payton. But I've never seen anybody like Brady. Brady is hard to describe how, hey, James MacGyver, hard to describe how a man 43 could take a pounding like that all these years and be that sharp. Breeze is great, and there's been other guys great, no doubt about it. But 7 Super Bowl wins, absolutely off the charts. Billy Seymour looking good tonight. And there's Mae Stevens. Now keep in mind, again, this weekend, the Paradise Vintage Market Senior 4-gamer. They bowl 4 games. We cut. Game 5, a position round. And we will have another senior champion. We're expecting 60, 70 entries on Saturday. No bowling Sunday. I get a few Sundays off, but once the end of February comes, I'll be going nonstop all of March and all of April with our events on Saturdays and Sundays. Now we're going to watch Scott Cobb coming up shortly. I'm going to keep the camera right here. He did get the 8th and 9th while I was away, so I'm just going to stay on him. Right now, he's the only one I could see with a shot for 300 in game 1. He needs 11. He's getting 9 pins. So he needs 11 in a row, and he's got a lock. He can throw 292. He can throw 291 and win a car. So he needs 11 in a row and a 1 count. Randy Haller on. Welcome aboard, Randy. I know it's 0 out there in Kansas, James. There's nothing to stop the wind in Kansas but cows. They ain't big enough. In Wichita. I was there too. I was at North Rock, James, in the late 80s when they opened. Saw Mike Alby's 300 game there in 93. I worked that show. Long time ago, 28 years already. Seems like yesterday. Yes, not only is somebody bowled at 292, Joe Panko, but listen to this. Kent Wagner, the ex-husband of Lisa Wagner, is the only bowler, at least that I know of, that's bowled every game from 290 to 300. All of them. All of them. From 290 to 300, the only bowler. And the way he got a 2 count was he got it to foul line, spun the ball, spun it like a helicopter, and pushed it. And it went down the lane, and the ball hit the 6. The 6 took out the 9, and the ball went in the gutter. It just touched the 6. It knocked it over. The ball went in the gutter in front of the 10, and he bowled a 292, and he told me the story. Kent Wagner, PBA champion, was once married to Lisa, the great woman champion. 292. Jennifer Emmett, Doug Faber on. Welcome aboard. Larry Hall, Great Claw, out of Iowa. Got to be about 80 below there in Iowa. Now we're going to watch Cobb coming up right now. Now keep in mind, Cobb needs a double for the car. So here we go. If it's spinning, it will. If it just touches the 6, spinning, just touches it, it'll touch the 6, and the English off the 6 will throw it into the gutter. I've done it. It does happen. You got to spin it and push it. Scott Cobb now. That's going to hold. Well, there it is. 10 in the pit for Cobb. Okay. One more for the car and a possible 300. Here we go. Keep in mind, Cobb loves to line up the way he is right now. This is his wheelhouse. Bumps that swing a little bit at the top. You can see it. And just dead lined up to go right up the boards, up 6, 7, 8 right there. That's his wheelhouse. This for a car. Oh boy, got that in. Oh boy, Scott, you got to get it off the hand hoss. Gave it the squeezer. And look at that. 295 on the squeeze. Unbelievable. That was shocking. I did not think he would throw it that bad. Just hung on too long, never got it off the hand. And there it is. A 285. Just missing with a 294, but still has a shot for 800. The kiss. Thank you, Joe. That's not my fault there. I did not put the kiss on him there. All he had to do is get it off his hand. All that dry to the right, you don't have to tug it. All right. Stouffer now, obviously looking for 800. And very capable. There's House Brown. House bowling well tonight. Kill that shot. Mercy MacGyver bowling well tonight, James. There she is. I didn't realize she was on 41 and 2. They moved pairs. They put her on 4. Oh, Dave Stouffer going to have me do a drawing. All right, here we
See
go.
if we can get a ticket winner.
All right, now, this is how that works. I sit with Stouffer, and I have to draw here for a ball. Is that a ball?
They get the choice of the Black Widow 2.0 or the WebMB.
The WebMB or the 2.0, and the name is
No, no
Larry
name
Lichstein.
All right, I'll go put the number up on.
All right. Dave Stouffer now going to give away another ball here for our PBA Pro-Am and ball drawings. They have me pull the number. Let's go to 25 and 6 right here. Watch Jerry McElanick, who cannot bowl 300, but definitely in the hunt for 800. Yes, I'm 2 for 2, John. I put the camera on them, and they get 7 counts and Greek churches. Well, let's watch this McElanick. Now, I'm calling McElanick here, right? Let's see what he does. He's on 8 in a row. Well, yeah, that's Larry.
Winning ticket number is across the bottom of your monitors for the first game.
Stouffer now calling the winner. And the ticket coming up on the monitor. And there's the number that I just pulled. So somebody is going to get a ball and an entry. Jorge Castero, hello Jorge, welcome aboard. I want to thank you all again so much. Don Johnson on, welcome aboard. Another great night here in the Audi League. So far, no Audis in game 1. Oh, but look at this on 21 and 2. We've got action right here, folks. We have a chance at it right here. Watch. I think. Hold on now. Yes, a 315. Check it out. Right there. There is a winner. A 315 on 21 and 2. Somebody bowling 243. That's our first win of the night. Great to see. And there it is, the first win of the night. And he had a double to do it. Check it out. He had a double and a 10th to do it. So that's a great performance. That's the first one of the evening. So now we have 72 handicap. How's that, Leon? It's enough to get you a long expense paid trip to Heathrow. Let's go to 13 and 14. We might have a chance here for a car too. Let's see. Nope. It's getting 14 pins for Chris would be a 294. We'll stay here and watch him finish it out. Josh McDonald and Heather Smith on. Welcome. And you're watching the Oaks Farms Mixed League from Robert Eddy's
All right, guys, that ticket's still
Lightning Strike Bowl.
The winning ticket number is across the bottom of your screen, or I'll draw another one soon.
And Robert Eddy bowling tonight, the boss. That's Chris Ubik there out of Sarasota. Got a chance for 294 in game one. Wow. And Ubik can bowl 280 with 14 pins, so he's in the 800 hunt. That's for sure. Scott Cobb in the 800 hunt. Only getting 9 pins though, so he would need 774, but he did start with 285. And Chris Ubik crushing him now. Look at that.
Got some oil today.
Greg Silcock's on. Welcome aboard, Greg. Thanks for joining us tonight here in Southwest Florida. Chris Ubik is ripping the rack 3 times for 280, and there it is, a 294. So we did have a 315 and 294. Scott Cobb and Chris Ubik. Put the split screen on again for everybody, and we'll start again. Stay with me, we'll be right back. Watch the great Baronicki, the young stylist, trained at Kegel with Del Warren, Randy Stoughton, Shot 766 last Wednesday night to win the sweeper, so he'll be back tomorrow night. We got a pretty good field bowling again. Action after the Oaks Farms League.
You got one more frame. One more frame. This ticket's going to be gone. Winning ticket number, last 3 is 278. Check your ticket. I don't want to throw it back in the bucket, but I'm going to.
I pulled the number. You're talking about the Larry Kiss. I pulled a ticket and nobody claimed it. Oh, Ice Martinez claimed it. The plastic cannon's getting urethane, getting resin. The plastic cannon, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get a resin ball. How about that? The plastic cannon. Check him down there. All of you have seen him. There he is down there. He's cashing a ticket in with Stouffer. The plastic cannon is going to have to throw resin. Hey, Hoss. How about that? The plastic cannon. Probably going to trade it in for a hammer plastic ball, knowing him. That's funny. The only guy in the house that throws plastic wins a resin ball. What are the odds of that? Okay. Miguel Barreau on. Welcome aboard, Miguel. Thanks for joining us tonight. Got a nice group on. Robert Eddy, the boss, on lane 27. There he is. The man that changed the face of bowling in Southwest Florida. Our tournament schedule coming up, starting the 27th. The added money events. $2,500 guaranteed first this month on the 27th. And, of course, the iRoof Open, March 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's the PBA Southern Region Non-Champions event. 80 bowlers over the age of 50 are eligible. 80 bowlers under the age of 50 are eligible for this event. If you've never won a PBA event. Then March 27th, the $5,000 Eddie Foos, Ice Martinez.
Ice Martinez. And he's donating the ball to Schumacher.
And Ice Martinez donating the ball to Mike Schumacher because he doesn't throw resin. There he was in the corner of your screen. And then, of course, in April, the National Senior Tour with the Pro-Am being sponsored by Audi and Hammer presenting the PBA Senior Tour. Hammer and Audi, what a group, supporting bowling in Southwest Florida. And to Tyler Armour and all the people at Hammer and Brunswick, and thank you so much for believing in us. So, big action. And, of course, this Saturday, the Paradise Vintage Market Senior 4 gamer, Brian Copeland, stepping up from the Paradise Vintage Market here in Fort Myers. It's located in the Sam's Club Plaza. Paradise Vintage. Now, Scott Cobb on 29 and 30, folks, locked in other than one shot. Cobb, who struck 10 times in game one, missed on the 11th, and struck 4 times here. So he struck 14 of 15. Joe Panko is saying that's like you. You live in Paradise One, and I like vintage. I like that too. I like that, Paradise Vintage. Today I was driving the vintage 95 Cadillac Fleetwood, and I live in the vintage 1992 RV. My 3 registered vehicles are a 92, a 95, and a 97. That's vintage. Keep in mind, next Wednesday we have a special guest coming down from Morgantown, West Virginia, Brian Robinson, who's on the 900 Global National staff, touring player, will be bowling in the Oak Farms League next Wednesday and bowling action after. He's going to stay with me for about 4 or 5 days and then head over to Jupiter. Brian and I are very good friends, and he's going to get out of Morgantown where it's 0 every day, and I don't blame him. Morgantown, West Virginia, one of my favorite places. My 34 months there, almost 35 months, was wonderful. The people, out of this world. Miss a lot of them. And this March, next month, will be 3 years since I left Morgantown. Hope someday to go back and say hello. Now Cobb up for 5 in a row. That was a rip. And Eric Stone, the weatherman, for 5 in a row. And the weatherman getting a break on a cloudy day. Tripping the 4-7-10, the weatherman. You know, I was telling some of my friends when I started thinking about Super Bowls how many I actually met in my life that played it. A dear friend of mine was Larry Seipel, who was with the 72 and 73 Miami Dolphins. He was the punter and tight end. He also bowled some PBA events in 1975, and I drilled in balls in my old bus in 76, excuse me. He was best of friends with Billy Hardwick. And Larry bowled a couple PBA events in 76 in the winter, and I drilled him balls, so that was one Super Bowl champion. Barb Spiegner introduced me to Walter Payton in 1980. I met Johnny Unitas, who was wonderful. And I got a picture of me and Danny Marino, if I could find it, who played in the Super Bowl in '84 but didn't win. I think they lost to the Redskins and Joe Gibbs. But had a chance to know some Super Bowl players. Met Coach Switzer after he won in Dallas. Met Ed Too Tall Jones. Who else did I meet that was in the Super Bowl? Met Coach Cower. Coach Cower was in my trucks in Pittsburgh in '94. Johnny Petraglia brought him out, and he came into my pro shop truck with his daughter, Coach Cower, and they got to the Super Bowl and lost. But talked to Coach Cower. It was his rookie year as a coach for Pittsburgh. Coach Bill Cower. That's a big name. Now, naturally, in that booth with Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason, and yesterday watching those guys was great. Or Sunday, excuse me. And look at lane 18, folks. Let's go to 17 and 18 live. We're going to watch this little bit of action going on here. Tommy Cresson, the pride of Rochester, New York. Tommy bowled the Quaker State Open all those years where Jeannie Halsey would have many of the Cowboys bowling in the Pro-Am on Tuesday evenings. I'm sure Tommy remembers many Cowboys bowled those Pro-Ams. That's where I met Too Tall Jones and Coach Switzer. And of course, at the Petraglia in the 90s, Harry Carson bowled. Never had a chance to meet Harry, but he bowled. Let's watch Evan Baranicki now for 7 in a row. The young star, graduate of Weber out of Cape Coral, Florida. And there he is, and he'll be bowling tomorrow night in the action. Keep in mind, he won the sweeper last Wednesday with 766, ran away and hid. The next high 3 games was 674. Doug Oldham on, welcome aboard. Nick DeSera, welcome. Deborah Anderson, thank you for joining us tonight here at Lightning Strikes. Now Mike Boyd, right behind Evan. And we have a chance for 3 7-baggers. And Pat over here, all of a sudden, it looks like everybody's getting lined up if you look carefully enough. Lots of strikes. Oh, Joe, what kind of a joke is that? Your wife's umbrella broke in 2 and said there's a 50 chance of rain. Now, Joe. Get over there, hit it. That was a good shot. by Jake, just roping it right up. Wobble to 7. Now we're waiting for somebody to bowl on lane 18, but maybe they're on a coffee break. That's Mike Boyd, it looks like, unless there's a sub. It's Mike Boyd. Mike Boyd throws the ball really good and has been bowling very well in the last month or two. Really sharper than I've ever seen him. A lot more confidence, and has had many large strings recently. Oh, and he shreds the rack there. Him and Baranecki with 7. So we got pheasant tracks. Pheasant tracks. Cobb, remember in game 1, 285 with handicap 9 pins, 294. Here we can go 267 and with handicap 276, 294. In great chance for 800 if he can put this game out. He needs 774. He's got a 285, he can go 267. It's a good shot there. There it is, and Cobb looking good tonight. Now we're going to go over here and watch the great Baranecki, who if anybody right now is puring him in this house, it's him. His shot making, second to none right now in this facility. I'd have to say right now, you know, Stouffer had been bowling great, but the last month, it looks like Baranecki could beat anybody that walks in the door. Oh, in a week 10, a good shot, 6 in the flat gutter. And Mary Berner on tonight. Mary Berner getting ready for another great run of tournaments here. 2 weeks ago, we had something we never dreamed of here on a Saturday and Sunday. 290 entries in the Heinz 57 and the Paramount Residential Mortgage Group 9-pin no-tap. 138 on Saturday, 152 on Sunday, 290. Mary Berner running the ship those 2 days, enough to knock you out on Monday, that's for sure. Now we're going to watch right here as Mike Boyd, getting 11 pins, so can actually shoot 289. He needs a 10-bagger 9 spare. This is for number 8. He would need a double and 9 in the 10th if he gets this one. Strike the 9th, first one in the 10th, double 9th and 10th if he gets this one, and a 9 spare for 300 on the nose.
You eating this there?
Yes. No. You get ready. Boyd last time flower potting the rack. Little light. Boy, that's way right. Oh, he got a break. That's the swish spot. If it was a little higher, it's a weak 10. He got a break there. The ball rolled out and stopped. And he still ripped the rack. So Boyd with 8 in a row has a chance for a big score. Let's go down here now to the end pair and watch. $37 and $38 went down, so we're using 41 and 2 tonight. And what we're looking for is large strings, people that can shoot 300 with handicap here in game 2. And Jerry with a 7 count, missing the head pin there. Baranecki getting up. Patty Cooper with a good chance there for 300. And right there, that's a big open if she misses. She was on the number if she spares. She's getting 45 pins. If she struck on that ball, she's in the number. Now she'd have to make it. If she doesn't, she's going to need a triple. Patty Cooper with a chance. No. So she still has a chance to spare and strike out. She needs... She's 255. Yep, needs 255. She still has a shot at it. And now we're going to watch Mike Boyd for number 9. Emmett Stanley on. Welcome aboard. Tuesday Tyler on Tuesday. Bruce Bloodgood. Welcome aboard, Bruce. Rick Williams. Thank you. Linda Oswald. Thanks for joining the Audi of Fort Myers Mixed on Tuesday night here at Robert Eddy's Lightning Strikes in Fort Myers, Florida. This is week 25 of this league. At the 2/3 point now. Last week was week 24 of the 36-week league. We do crown another champion in 2 weeks after tonight, so still 3 or 4 teams have a chance to win the third 9-week segment. Mike Boyd now for number 9. And just missed right again. Got lucky last time and rolled up this time, just didn't clear it. So both him and Baranecki could shoot 279, but no cars. And Kalicki now, last week who won 2 cars, is doing it again. Right there on lane 19, Justin Kalicki. And it looks like Daniel Gacera on 9 and 10, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this many times this year. Is not allowed to take the car if he wins because he's not 25, but he is allowed to give it away. He's given me one of his 9 wins. He's won 9 times in the league. 9. And And we'll go to 9 and 10 right now. And watch Casera, who could win his 10th usage here. Highest rev rate in the league, 500 plus. And just a most wonderful young man. How does that thing leave a half 10? Impossible. How can that rev leave a half 10? And right now we've only had one win so far, a 315 going into game 2, but Justin Kalicki definitely has a shot at it. Boyd and Baranecki cannot make it, although they can both throw 279s. But Justin Kalicki with 7 in a row and 43 pins is over the 300 threshold right now on lanes 19 and 20. And Mary Berner letting everybody know 40 bowlers signed up on Tuesday. That's great. That could mean 60 to 70 on Saturday. If you're 50 and over, come on down and join us for the Paradise Vintage Market Senior 4 Gamer, guaranteed $350 for first. Last weekend, Ray Saint-Savoie winning. He's 60 and over, bowling 994 scratch for his 4 games. We're going to watch Kalicki throw this next shot because that's going to lock him in now. Right now he's at a 3:02 pace if he went 259 out. So let's watch the young man here. Entry fee in that event, Joe, is $35. Brackets, Nassau's Eliminator. Another great event. And Paradise Vintage Market, the sponsor this weekend. .com.
Yes, sir.
Baranecki with 278 with 2 weak 10s. Seems like that's all he's been doing. Only 35 peppers to enter, Joe Panko. 35 green, Joe, 35 green. Mary Berner will be collecting the peppers on Saturday. And Kalicki now on a roll, bowled great last week, and he's doing it again. He's just got to mark out, and he will be the second winner of the evening. And big scores there. Look at Zach. Zach needed the second one in the 10th. He shot 295, got a 6 count. If he strikes, he gets a card there. Got to be a little disappointed on that one. Now, interestingly enough here, I don't know who Britt is, bowling with House Brown. getting 60 pins and a 259 pace. So it looks like we could have another winner here. I'll put the split screen on so we can watch all of it. We're going to watch Justin Kalicki right here for 8 in a row, and he is locked in, folks, right now. Needs a couple of marks, and it's in. And he gets the 10 out, and that's a lock now. With 9 in a row, he needs 257. It's a lock. So that's a car for him. That's the second week in a row. And now we're going to watch right here as Brittany now comes up, and she has a chance for one right now, getting 60 pins. She's at a 259 pace, so she can literally afford one open. If she strikes here, it's an automatic car. Atta girl. Come on. Yeah, look at that. I love it. Check it out. Yes, sir. How's that game? Brittany getting 60 pins with spare an 8. She's locked. So that's an automatic win. Unless she hits her ankle and gets the double Larry kiss, which she does not deserve. The double Larry kiss. Nobody deserves that. Mary Berner with all the requirements for the Valentine's Day Glow Bowl 8-pin no-tap scratch doubles on February 14th. And if you can understand all of that, you should enter. I'll say it again. The Valentine's Day Glow Bowl 8-pin no-tap scratch doubles on February 14th. Check in at 1, you bowl at 2. And for all of you that can't knock over any more than 8 pins, it is a perfect tournament for you to enter. So we do have a chance for 2 cars right here now. right here with Justin Kalicki, who just needs to keep the ball on the lane. And it's a no-brainer, an automatic win. Just keep it on the lane, automatic. And Brittany, keep it on the lane, automatic. Shouldn't be any problem with 2 wins here in game 2. There was 1 car in game 1. These will be cars 2 and 3 to the best of my knowledge. Right on pace again for a 5 or 6 car night. Okay. Kalicki should be coming up. Hold on, we'll come back in a moment. I want to watch this young lady right here following House Brown, who threw the ball pretty good last frame and rolled right up. She's got spare and 8 with 60 pins handicap. So she needs a 240. And she's got a lock car. This could also get her in the 800 zone too, you know. Keep in mind, it's 300 or 800. She might have a chance here to really launch herself in with a 340. And there it is. Check her out. She's loving it. So that's a lock 329. She could have a 340, and normally that's what I bowl every 2 games, 340. I know, Miguel. Some of them have a lot of handicap, but she's not won a lot of cars, to the best of my knowledge, in this league. Maybe 1, so it's not like she's doing it every week. Although she throws it pretty good. Look at that shot. Good shot again. Check it out. She's going to bowl 280. I love it. Good for her. Now Justin Kalicki just needs to keep it on the lane. Brittany won a car, we know that. So she's got a lock down there for the 2nd car of the night. Now Justin just needs to keep the ball on the lane. Any count. Still enough. Wanted 300. He's at 281. He can go 321, about 309 if he misses. So he's got a win. Nice to see the young man getting another car. It's the 3rd car of the evening. Good shot for him. Want to get the wood. Still has a shot for 800. So he's at 301 plus count. And she bowled 350. Yeah, I got it. And Brittany went 290, not 280. Spare 11. And that is a monster. A 350. That is a scary number right there. That might be the high game of the year so far with handicap. Could very well be. A 350. Will you get me, Brittany? Brittany on 35 and 6. She shot 290 with 60 pins. We're going to get Brittany in here. I got to talk to her. Come over here, Brittany. That was great.
Thank you.
290. Come on in here now. Is that your high game?
It is.
Oh, it's got to be your high game.
It is.
Were you a little nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah, great game. I think that's the high for the year with handicap. I don't recall anything over 350.
Awesome.
Is that your first Audi win of the year?
Yeah.
It's your first one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great performance. Good for you. High game, 290. Wonderful. Did you think you were going to bowl that tonight when you came in?
No.
Well, I'm not going to say I didn't either, but you look great. It looked like you do it all the time. It was your first win of the year.
It was.
I'm surprised you throw it a lot better than that. I thought for sure you'd have 2 or 3 by now. Your first win, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right.
you.
Thank you, my dear. Her first win. Okay, her first win. Spared 11. Her high game. Pretty good. I like that. Cool. Nice lady. Isn't it nice? Most of these people, like I've said many times before, have never won really anything. And to come in here and win the use of a $70,000 car for a couple of days is a fantastic promotion.
For Myers, we would like to congratulate Brittany Kolecki for shooting her new highest game of a 290.
Yeah. Brittany Kolecki, 290. So nice to see a young lady bowl her high game and get the use of a car. Like I said, a lot of these people have never won really any kind of an award, maybe a trophy, maybe a plaque, maybe a patch of some sort. You walk into that car dealership and you drive out of there in a $70,000 rig, take some pictures of it, put it on Facebook, don't get any better than that. So we're up to 3 now, Austin, Brittany, and a gentleman down the low end. Oh, Lisa, you hung with her? That's good. Didn't know that, Lisa. Very nice. Of course, Lisa, you're so nice. Everybody wants to hang with you, honey. You got friends here. And again, 3 for the night.
We got 1 ticket left for the second drawing. 1 ticket left.
Oh, we got another chance for another win for the $200 ball entry fee in the tournament. Drilled, plus 3 days of entry, all for $200. You put a $10 bill up, and you win a new ball, 3 days of watching the senior tour. Bowl in the Audi Pro-Am with a $5,000 guaranteed prize fund. And Ricky Ward or Mark Pulaski will drill it for you. What a deal. Again, knocking it out of the park here at Lightning Strikes. Brittany with a 7 count there, and finally, after an 11 bagger, I guess when you're averaging like 160 in league, and all of a sudden you get 11 in a row.
Come on, I need another one.
And I'm going to pull this one. I'm going to get it on.
Ice Martinez was the winner. And
Ice Martinez wins plastic. Wins resin as a plastic thrower.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's the winner, Larry Lichstein again.
How many balls are you going to win this
2
time?
tickets, ladies and gentlemen. There they are. Look. All right, there's the winner. I like pulling winners. When you see a 160 average bowler bowl 290, it's her first win of the year. So obviously, all of us know immediately when you hear that at week 25 that the girl's not sandbagging. I mean, she's getting 60 pins, but in week 25 she finally wins. It shoots a spare in 11. It's live streamed. She gets a little interview. And like I said, got to be the highlight of her bowling career right there. Her high game gets her a car for a couple days. An interview with the Kiss is perfect. How can you lose?
The second drawing is across the bottom of your monitors. The second drawing is across the bottom of the monitor.
All right, monitors are up with the second number. Oh, good Daniel. Daniel's ball is so strong. He just cut that 5 right off that 9. Maybe a 1/4 inch high at most, 1/8 of an inch high, and it just cuts it right off. 11 in a row patch. And again, we're now in game 3. All right, Laurel spinning with 4 in a row. We'll come back to watch Laurel. You know, speaking of Verapapa, somebody a few weeks ago posted the 1970 PBA National Championship top 5. And the picture is myself, Dave Davis, George Pappas, Johnny Petraglia, and Mike McGrath. And Andy Verapapa's in the picture with Buddy Russell, the owner of Garden City Bowl. It's the only picture I have of me and Verapapa, which it's a treasure for me, simply because he was the first touring pro, hired by Brunswick in 1930, 91 years ago, to tour the United States for Brunswick. And of course, in 1934, made those famous videos in Los Angeles. But what's more remarkable about Verapapa is I saw him on Championship Bowling. He just had a recent show with him on bowling, Lou Campy. Fantastic to watch him throw the ball at 65 years old. He's 65 in those pictures. If you watch his game at 65, it's amazing to see it. Pretty much white-haired. And you got to pull it up on YouTube. Verapapa against Campy, with Chris Schenkel doing the commentary in 1956. And there's the great Verapapa, who was my friend. And the weatherman now, Eric Stone, with 6 in a row. Oh, and the weatherman with the week 10. Now, Robert Hilton. Keep in mind, Robert Hilton in this house is devastating. Hilton is quite a bowler, very nice man, always smiling, solid as a rock there. Joe Baxter on. Joe, don't tell me the temperature, I can guess, Joe. I say right now, single digits. Shame on me. No sound right now? When? Now? Really? Ajayk? Did I lose my sound? Well, I hope not.
Lee Bones was the winner.
And Lee Ratchin winning. Lee Bones. Yeah, every once in a while, it might be on a camera that doesn't have it. I don't think that's the case.
We would like to congratulate Lee Ratchin, proceeded to 300.
Lee Ratchin with 300 getting the car. What pair?
I think it's 3 and 4.
Yeah, that low end, another one. That low end is high scoring every week now. Lee Ratchin on 3 and 4 with 300. That's a car. So that's the Kalicki. Brittany Ratchin is 4. The other gentleman, that's 4 right now. So we're right on track again for a 5 or 6 night or even more. I'll tell you, when I went over there to pick up the A8, I got to be honest with you, I never drove anything like that. I've drove a lot of fantastic vehicles in my life, you know. New 18-wheeler, bought a brand new Kenworth in '95, several new motorhomes. But the last new car I drove quite a while ago, I don't even remember. But that thing there, an A8, there ain't nothing like that on the road, folks. Maybe a Mercedes, but this will compare to any four-door 500 Mercedes. Absolutely splendid. And I would love to own one of those. Gonna watch Rob Hilton right here now. Watch Robert Hilton load up on it at the top of that swing. It's amazing what he does with his wrist. Watch. Right there, bang, and just catches it. And that's how that 10 goes out like that on that half hit. It's a great release. And Robert Hilton with 8 in a row. And now, I'm going to watch my girlfriend Laurel throw the ball. Laurel's my good friend. Still throws it pretty good from Traverse City, Michigan. Only bowling 3 games a week. A little rusty here and there, but she practices. She gets it going real good. That's a good shot. Laura, get over there. That was a good shot. Got through it good. Got through it good. That's what you got to do. You got to get through it. Can't pinch it. Ajayk, maybe the sound came back, Ajayk, but my hair didn't. So I'm batting 500. The sound is back, but the hair is gone. So that's the way it is, in the words of Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. The sound is back, but not the hair. Almost 40 years since Walter Cronkite got off the air. My favorite newscaster. Boy, did I love Cronkite. I wish I could have met him. Yes, he did announce that, Joe. I think any of us that were alive will remember that day. For those of you that are history buffs, I was fortunate enough in 1969 to bowl in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And in that event, Billy Hardwick won it. And Gerald Ford presented Billy Hardwick the trophy, but he also threw the first ball out of the event as the congressman from the Grand Rapids area. And within 4 years, he was president. So Billy Hardwick actually had a president-to-be hand him one of his 18 title trophies. President Ford. I saw President Ford that week. Of course, none of us knew he'd be president, but he was. Also flew with Senator Jackson in '92 and Hubert Humphrey at different times out of Pittsburgh and Toledo during the '72 campaign. They got on a flight that I was on Allegheny Airlines. Humphrey came on with the Secret Service, and a couple weeks later scooped Jackson. And within the same 2 weeks, Betty Davis was on a flight. They announced Betty Davis, and everybody in the plane stood up and clapped, and she got up. She was wearing a black veil, actually flew on a flight with Betty Davis. What are the odds of that? 23-year-old boy. Look at Britt's game this game. She's getting 290 in this game at a 185 pace, so good for her. A great night for her. Wonderful to see a young lady bowl her high game and win a car. And I got to be honest with you, that's what it's all about in this league. That was the nature of the promotion, was to put the car in some people's hands that have never won anything with 90% of 235. And it worked. Here's a young lady that's not going to forget it. Bowl 290, gets to go get a $70,000 car. You know, Paul Phillips, in 1978 or 79, Walter Cronkite was voted the most trusted man in America. And a vote. A newscaster was the most trusted man in America. And I'm not trying to bring a debate on with that one. It's just a true fact, part of our great history in this country, television history, of course. And as you can see, a big crowd here tonight. Everybody having fun. That camera's going out of focus a little bit. We're going to have to fix that one. That'll get you dizzy. That's been happening by itself, just sitting there. I'll tell you, I don't know what that Brady takes for a diet. I got no idea how he conditions himself, but I've never seen anything like that. When he got traded to Tampa Bay, I firmly believed he was done. I said, New England don't want him. He's had enough. You know, he's going to play one more season. What I saw on Sunday was remarkable. Obviously, Kansas City had an off game, but this guy's so intimidating. Just one of the greatest performances in history of athletics, I believe. Considering that Montana had 4 wins and Bradshaw had 4. And No other quarterback, to the best of my knowledge, has had 3. I know Bart Starr had a couple. I think Staubach had a couple. I think Aikman might have had 3. Could have had 3, right? But considering that only 2 had 4, one was in the 70s and one was in the 80s, and this guy's got 7, it's going to be a long time before that record's broken. I don't care how good Mahomes is. Don't make any difference now. He's got to get 7 more wins to go around Brady. Good luck. It ain't going to happen. We might not see that record ever get broken. Hello, Carissa. That is a scary record. You need 8 Super Bowl wins to beat Brady. And I'm not much of a betting man, but I'll tell you right now, the least it's going to take is 8 years. And that's if Mahomes won, or 7 years. Mahomes has got to win 7 in a row. Well, that ain't happening. Who could do this? He's a vegetarian, is Ike? I want to know what kind of vegetables. That could be a record that will outlive most of us, especially us old guys like me. But can you imagine how long that could last? Of course, New England's got to really be wondering. They let him go in whammo, just like that. He wins the last 8 to get another Super Bowl. Unbelievable. What'd you get, an Audi?
Yeah.
What'd you shoot?
I think like 8, 15, or 8.
Scott Cobb with an Audi. All right, give me the report. Give me the Cobb report.
See, 285, 267, I think it's 236, and then
285, 267, 236.
And then I get 9 a game, 27 pins.
Now you just picked one up this week. I saw the picture.
Nice.
What'd you get?
I got the Q8.
The Q8.
Yeah.
What are you going to get this time?
I'm gonna get the. I think it's the 8.4. It has the same engine as the Q8, so it's gonna be just. It's a car now.
Now, how fast did you go?
Honestly, on the highway I did about 100. That's about it. I didn't
About
really.
100.
Yeah, I didn't try to push or anything. You get nervous when you're driving a $90,000 vehicle. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Now,
Yeah.
is this? Now, how many wins have you had?
What do you mean? Oh, this is my second one.
This was your second win.
Yeah.
Only 2.
Only 2.
Yeah.
But I only been in the league now probably 7 weeks now.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Mo Pinnell thing
I
over
did
there?
not.
You
I
didn't
did
go?
not. I had to work.
You didn't get to work?
Yeah, I had to work.
He'd have got you for at least 10 balls.
Oh, I don't know about that
Scott
one.
Cobb, how many balls did you drill last year during the pandemic? Well, we're in the pandemic. How many did you
I
drill
don't know if I
last
can
year?
count. I don't know if I can count that high.
Tell us all. I want to know.
Probably
How many new balls?
maybe between 45 and 50, maybe.
Give me
in
5
a season.
balls. Between 45 and 50. You
Maybe.
should get 10 Audis for doing it.
I should. You would think I would, but no. He was
I'm glad.
nice car.
Well,
Very nice car.
a nice man winning a nice
He
car.
is. Thank
You're
you.
a nice man.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate it.
deserve that. And I'm dead serious. As much
I
as you
think the wife will be happy too
As
again.
much as you love to bowl, I mean, a man that goes out and spends that kind of money on
do.
equipment, it's obvious it's your passion, right?
It is. It's my passion. Since,
Well, now your passion's free Audis.
yeah. Now I'll get the car version now.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
45 to 50 new balls, and a couple of them got him an Audi. How's that? Pretty cool, huh? Of course, Scott and I went to the same barber. I'm waiting, Joe, for a remark on that. What? No. All right, so Scott Cobb in. Looks like we're at 5. And obviously, a few more could be had. So another great night here at Lightning. I think it's so great that the NFL has put up all their stadiums for vaccinations. They were talking about it today that Cowboy Stadium and all the stadiums are doing that now. Another great move. They got huge parking lots, right? People can get in, and they can really set it up right, especially in the dome stadiums where they can get a lot done. I'm on 3 lists. I'm going to try again tomorrow morning here with the Publix list. I'm going to get on at 5:30, try to get in. Very tough for me. I've tried twice, no chance. I'm on 3 websites where I put my name in, got nothing. But I'm trying. I want to get those shots and get it over with. Then you're watching the Audi of Fort Myers League, where if you shoot 300 or 800, you win a 2-day usage. Scott Cobb tonight with 815. Brittany, a young lady, bowled 290 with 60 pins handicap. She got a 350. She's getting one. So another great night, at least 5-1 so far. Steve Callier on. Hope you're doing well, Steve. Steve having open heart surgery a few months back. Hope you're doing okay, brother. Well, good, Richard. I'm glad you got in, Rich. I'm trying, but I haven't been that lucky yet. But I'm sure my turn will come. And Mary wants me to remind all of you that we're running a month-long 40-frame singles with optional doubles every Sunday in February. 2 squads, 1 and 4 p.m. Check in 30 minutes before the squads. Again, Mary Berner knocking it out of the park last weekend with just 290 entries in 2 days. Let's go right over here to 9 and 10. We've got somebody here that's got a chance at one. Let's bring the cameras in here. Oh, yeah. No, 11 and 79. No, that's 90. No, they miss. Okay. Big scores, though. Look at 11 and 12 with Laurel Spinner, 272, and right behind her, Mae Stevens, who opened a 10th to go 282. They both had a shot at it. I know, Rich. I'll get it. I'm not worried about it. I don't. I'm going to try again tomorrow morning at 5:30. Get on the Publix website. I was told tonight that hospitals around here are giving them, but I haven't heard that. There's a lady that bowls in this league that's a nurse. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to go talk to her as soon as this live stream is over. I don't know about hospitals giving them. I just don't know. It's too hard to know. Yes, Joe, I get $1 a word. And I don't see any big scores right now.
Alright, boys, as you're finishing up, please don't forget, if you're in the 3-game total pinfall $10 entry, make sure you come give me your series, please. Thank you.
No, I don't see any right now. I'm looking for big scores as I go across the house, and I don't see any chances here. Nope, looks like most everybody's finishing up, and no chances that I can see. Again, another great night though. 5-1 so far. Again, 160 bowlers bowling tonight. Audi's now up to about 110 two-day usages since week 5. Sofer's won 3 or 4, but he's scratch. And I don't see any more. That's about it. We just scanned the house, so I'm just going to leave it on this screen here. We'll let everybody finish up. Larry Casheron. Travis Liebhardt, welcome aboard. Joe Panko got a lollipop and a balloon with his shot. I like that, Joe. Joe, were you on when I was telling everybody I was asked to accept another award, which it's not a Hall of Fame, it's an award. And for April of next year, they have the group already for this April. And I was called by a man that interviewed me about 10 years ago and told me that I'm going to be the inductee of this award next year. He believes I will be. It's not official. But the first year of the award was 1940. And Bobby Jones and Connie Mack got the awards that year. Connie Mack was the owner and manager of the Philadelphia Athletics from 1900 to 1950. And of course, Bobby Jones founded Augusta and the Masters. And they were the first 2 inductees. There's been many more famous athletes. And he said to me that he felt I was going to get in next year. And it's one of these deals where it's not only about your athletic prowess, but your overall history, I guess, if you will, in a sport. And I guess when you get about 50 years in, or you're a superstar, it's one or the other, they start to look at you. Oh, I wasn't a superstar. That's for damn sure. But, I got a good 55 years of serious involvement. And he flattered me and said, we want you. And I guess what happened was he had been mentioning my name, and several of the people said, I remember him. What happened to him? Well, of course, they weren't bowlers. They really didn't know about my life. And I will tell all of you in April. He told me that I will know right after the next induction ceremony. And some of the names in it are big time. I'm talking, well, Bobby Jones is big time, that's for sure. Connie Mack, and several more great athletes and great managers like Connie Mack. Well, this award that Jones won Jones won a lot of awards. You got to remember, a lot of awards aren't what I would call national awards in the true sense, like a Heisman or something like that, or a Super Bowl MVP, things like that. Those are unbelievable awards. Bowler of the Year, obviously, which I'd never have, or was never even contention for. But this is a pretty cool award. He didn't want me to say anything because it's not official. And I said I won't, but he felt that I was going to get it. It's got nothing to do with hair, Joe, so don't say anything. And Cooper. I know you guys like to toast me and roast me. But we're looking at the end. We know we have 5 more winners. No, it's not that either. It's the Matzo Ball Award. No, it isn't that. Roth and Holman got that. Johnny Petraga is in the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame with Joe DiMaggio and Jake LaMotta and Dan Marino, and many more great Italian athletes, and Rocky Marciano, Bart Giamatti. It's not the Bowling Announcer Award. Believe me, it isn't that one either. Carmen, I think, is in that Hall of Fame. Lasorda's in that Hall of Fame. That's pretty good, Joe. Carmen's in my Hall of Fame. Boy, I love Carmen.
Milk dud.
Throw it in the trap.
Nobody.
He's scared of me, baby. Ooh.
Pat Sokolon. Hey, boss. There's the boss, Robert Eddy. Nice pictures, Rob. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I love that. That production was fantastic with those family pictures.
Happy anniversary, Maria. She's still in Bolivia. So.
Oh, come here, Chris. Sit with me a minute. Now, what was your anniversary?
Yesterday.
20 years?
20 years.
I saw you when you looked younger. I saw some pictures of you.
There was no white here. It was dark. Yeah.
Wonderful pictures.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
And your wife's still in Bolivia.
She's still in Bolivia taking care of her mom.
How's her mother?
She's better, but she's stable. So the doctor says that she's gonna.
She has COVID, right?
Yeah, she's gonna get better. Probably another 7 to 10 days
Wow.
before she can be on her own.
Is
So
Bolivia-
my wife's gonna wait.
Is Bolivia
Wait
bad?
up.
Is Bolivia bad with
It's
COVID?
been pretty bad, yeah.
It is
But
bad.
you know they can get remdesivir at the store. You know, so
Yeah.
she's on medication. She feels much better. She's getting better,
Yeah.
but it takes a little while. You know.
How does she get back? Is it easy for her to get back in?
Yeah, she's gonna have to get a test when she comes back.
She has to get a
Her
test.
and my daughter are there, so.
And
she
your
feels
daughter.
good.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not happy about it, but she has. I mean, she has
Well,
to take care of her mom, right?
It's her mother.
Yeah, gotta take care of mom.
I admire her for doing that.
Yeah,
She's
she's
quite a lady to
she's
do
been
that.
working really hard. You know,
Yeah.
not getting much sleep.
Yeah.
But I talked to her this morning. She's hopeful that she's going to get out of this. And
Well,
that she
we'll
can
be
come home
praying
in a
for her.
couple.
She's beautiful. I saw the pictures of her.
She's very beautiful. yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
On 31, the mono bowler gets 52 a game.
Yeah.
He can shoot 260.
Okay, we got
I'll let
another.
you know.
We got another bowler here. Chris is getting 51. Okay, we can watch. All right, boss.
It's not my turn. Oh, it's almost my turn.
Okay, just talking to
back.
Robert. Okay, Robert Eddy telling us about his wife, who is in Bolivia with her mother, who has got COVID. His wife's beautiful, and we want to wish her and all of their family the best of luck in this situation. And Robert's just an amazing man. You know, he's an entrepreneur. He's got several businesses, and unfortunately, his wife's mom in a foreign country, she had to go there, take care of her mother. Got to do it. Part of the life we now live as Americans, whether it's in this country or somewhere else, we got to help our family if we have to. It's the way it is. Ken Lees, yeah, how about that? The boss got his anniversary, posted a beautiful tribute to his family today on Facebook. Wonderful pictures. Keep in mind, we're going to watch this last score here for the 5th or 6th win of the night. Scott Cobb winning. Lee Ratchin with 300 winning. That young lady, Brittany, winning. And again, we will be on tomorrow night. Keep in mind, action tomorrow night. Big action, I might add. And next week, Brian Robinson coming down from Morgantown, West Virginia, to join us while he tunes up for the Tournament of Champions in Melbourne. Brian, a touring player on the 900 Global staff, very good friend of mine. Going to spend some time here in Florida and bowl a little bit. See you tomorrow night, Rick Wilbur. And we're going to watch these bowlers right here now. Ooh, that could be trouble right there. Let's see. Not enough. Look at that. He can go 298. He needed 9 spare strike for 300, it looks like. Look at that. What a shame. Needed 9 spare strike for 300. Got 7. Picked it up. It's going to go 298. Look at that. Needed 9 spare strike to miss by 2 pins. Got to be very disappointed, but when you get that close, it is a confidence builder. Now you know you can do it. I don't like to see them miss by that. But I have a feeling that's about as close as I've seen. I don't think I've seen any 299s. 710 on the filler for 296. Pretty good game. Just a little short with handicap. There it is, 296. Look at that. A near miss. I'm going to bring John Rakoski in, folks. Stay with me. He was at the TAT last week in Las Vegas. I want you all to hear what John has to say about Las Vegas, so stay with me. Don't go anywhere. I got to talk to John about his trip out to the TAT. I'm sure a lot of you will enjoy that.
Ray Barrett won 2 cars today.
Who's that? Ray Barrett. Yeah, I saw he had one.
Yeah, he had 802.
At 802. So Ray Barrett with 2 cars. Looks like we're about 7 tonight. Come on in here with me. I want to get the Las Vegas report. Sit down with me now. John Rakoski just getting back from the TAT. Well, what was it like?
It was awful.
It was awful.
I was not allowed to watch bowling, period.
So you flew out there,
Yep.
and then they wouldn't let you in the bowling alley,
No.
even though you won it twice.
Going into the stadium,
Yeah.
there's stairways that goes in,
Yes.
and you cannot pass that stairway.
Unless you're a bowler and
Unless
with a
you're
pass.
a bowler, no passes. Unless you're a bowler, so that's the only way you can get in the stadium is if you bowled. You couldn't even go in to watch. You couldn't do
Did you know that before you flew?
Well, actually, Jamie said he let Jock know that you'd be allowed to go in. You just can't sit down in the stadium seats, but you'd be allowed to go in and walk around and watch.
So you fly 3,000 miles and
Yeah.
you get there and then they tell you sayonara.
Yeah.
So what'd you do then?
What else is there to do?
Slot machines. What else is there?
Gamble and eat
Gamble and eat.
for 5
And
days.
how desolate was it? Nothing? Empty.
Well,
Empty.
certain casinos were busy, which at South Point, where the bowling was, the TAT tournament,
Yeah.
it made no sense to me because they let nobody in the bowling center except the bowlers.
Yeah.
But in the casino, there's no partitions at each table. There's thousands of people everywhere.
Thousands of people in the casinos,
It just
but
didn't
nobody
make
in the
sense.
bowling
You're
center.
not allowed in the bowling center.
Yeah, bowling's always been at the bottom, isn't it?
But you go to the other casinos, they have partitions like plastic
Yeah, yeah.
in between seats, and you're only allowed 3 people at a table.
Yeah.
But at the South Point, no partitions. You're only supposed to have three
Wow.
at a table.
That's all right. Nice bowling, Austin.
But it just didn't make any sense.
How many days were you there?
We were there Wednesday to Monday.
Wednesday to Monday. Boy, that's shocking.
Yeah, it's,
I didn't expect to hear that from you. I thought maybe it'd be a little more enjoyable.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No,
I mean,
no,
unfortunately,
I wouldn't like that.
I wasn't
I
allowed
wouldn't
to
want
help.
to. I wouldn't want to fly out there knowing I was a bowler, knowing I
Yeah.
couldn't get into a bowling center. Oh no, 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 no.
So I mean,
Not me.
Daniel, Donnie, Dennis,
While you guys
they
are
were all
finishing
bowling, but
the
I wasn't able to help
If any of
them.
you are interested, if I get 20 people to sign
Wow.
up, I'll run a low ball
So,
tournament.
it's
for the
kinda
same
disappointing,
raffle prize,
but-
and I'll give away an Audi to the winner.
But it's like a ghost town out there on the
There's
strip.
20 bowlers
ghost
that wanna
town.
sign up for $10 apiece.
Are a lot of bowling centers closed that you know of?
No.
Last one,
I mean, we didn't go. South
So
Point
you
has
didn't
it
hear.
too.
You didn't hear anything.
No. But a lot of restaurants are closed down. They said the restaurants are at 25%, but the casinos are at 75%.
Now the USBC is at the South Point this May.
Yeah.
Starts at March or May.
May.
May. Maybe by then it'll loosen up with all the shots and everything.
I hope so, because the bowlers, I know they made them wear masks. They weren't allowed to take them off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never bowled with a mask on, but
Yeah. Me neither.
so hopefully by June when I go, it's changed. But I don't know.
I'm sorry you went out for that.
Yeah, but we had.
I mean, you're with your buddies, but Brad Stewart making fun of your hairdo.
That's a hair don't.
Brad Stewart making fun of your hair, don't I? Like it. So let me ask you another question. Did you win any money?
We won some money. Gambling? No, of course not.
Look, they're all laughing at you. So
But I won some money on the Super Bowl.
now they know you won the chat twice, and you couldn't pull any strings.
They
In
don't
other
care.
words, they don't care if you won it 10 times. You
No.
ain't getting in.
No.
I got it.
Even the announcer, not Jamie, the other guy, Ed. He's the guy that announces all the time.
Yeah.
He was getting really upset with the guys, and because I think something to do with his mask and stuff. But
Unfortunate. Well,
it was-
sign of the times. We just got to
So,
be. We got to
but
be
I heard
patient.
rumors. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard rumors they might be moving to Texas. I don't know if I should put that out there, but I just did.
Who's moving to Texas?
The Tat.
The Tats moving to Texas?
It could be. It could be a rumor. I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on that.
So
It's Las Vegas. Everybody wants to go to Vegas.
I wouldn't mind going to Texas. I really would. I don't like Vegas, so
I love Vegas.
no.
I had the best times of my life in Vegas.
I'm sure.
That's because I didn't bowl. I don't want to say what I did, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. Well, anyways,
So-
thanks for sitting with me.
Hey, no problem.
I just wanted to get the Rakoski report because you were there live.
I was.
You were our live announcer for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
But it'll be all right.
It'll be just fine.
Yeah. But I've been off for about a week now bowling, so I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably shoot 840 tomorrow night, knowing you.
I don't know about that.
I do.
813.
Anyways, good to have you
All
with
right.
us.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
see you tomorrow night.
Okay, see you tomorrow night.
John Ray.
And that's quite a great bowler there. The True Amateur Challenge champion of 2015 and 17 goes there, and they won't let him in. You're not bowling, you ain't getting in. Period. Goodbye and good luck. And that's the way it is. Obviously, every state has its own way of administering their rules during this horrible time in our country's history. And you know, what Nevada does, other states don't do. It's up to each state. Can't blame Nevada. It's the way it is. All right, we've had 7 or 8 wins tonight, that I can tell you. I'm going to take a quick look down here and see if there's any competition going on. Still a few lanes. Keep in mind tomorrow night, big action, sweeper action. And again, another great night for bowling here at Lightning. And see the, Larry, would you turn that camera lens for me? This one here while I have this on. I'm going to try to focus that. No, the focus. It got out of focus by itself, Larry. I don't know. I think the cord might have done it. Keep going. The other way. More. No, it's the next one in. Move the next part of the lens. There you go. Oh, you almost had it the other way. Right there. No, back. Good. No. Back. Good. No, you lost it. Just a twinge the other way. Good. That's good. There we go. Got a nice clear picture now. And the house now closing down. And another evening now ending. Here at Lightning Strikes, keep in mind we're on the air tomorrow night at 6:30 for the Oaks Farms. Another great night here for bowling in Southwest Florida. And I'm looking around to see if I can bring in some other guests. And I don't see any other guests, so I think we're going to call it a night.
Got me a car tonight.
Did you get a car?
Yeah, 811 with a handicap.
Wayne Toplin with a card. It's about time.
745.
Very nice.
Hobbling all the way, but I got it.
Well, all the work you've done on live stream, you deserve a car. Wayne Toplin, my IT man with a car tonight. About 8 or 9 cars now, it looks like. So we'll be on the air tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, at 6:30. We are. Again, we want to wish all of you a lot of good luck, good bowling. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow night. Stay safe. Thank you. Okay.